Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're having a great day. So today I want to talk about Bitcoin MYK gateway security. And if you don't know what a gateway is, we're talking about our multi-chain function. In order to be able to transfer Bitcoin MYK value to several blockchains, there has to be similar to what you might get with an atomic swap, where you're sending Bitcoin MYK, the version of that cryptocurrency existing on another blockchain, although the supply is kept the same. The accounts that transfer these cryptocurrencies are run by BitcoinMYK.com. Now, it is important that any security issues, any breaches of any sort, any accounts that are flagged, bad actors, lose the ability or can lose the ability to have access to any of the BitcoinMYK.com functions, much like many other services that are provided are unable to do that. Now, of course, the cryptocurrency, the coin itself is decentralized, so whoever holds those coins in their possession, obviously they can do whatever they want. It's not like Bitcoin where someone can go and roll back the chain and many other blockchains, right, if there's some type of issue. But when it comes to transferring the cryptocurrencies, there is, through the BitcoinMYK.com hub, the ability to control that, and for security reasons and purposes. I want to talk a little bit about that today. I want to talk about some issues we have had, not only with our gateway system, but we want to speak about security breaches within our public keys wallet. All right, this is an article from back in December of 2019. And what it shows is it shows an article that spoke about over 100,000 hex coins that were staked and backed by Bitcoin MYK. So the hex coins were held, and the reason for the holding was to add value to the project. Maybe the early days of decentralized finance, the project was using this as a means to hedge, in a sense. Now, the purpose of this was to create value for the Bitcoin MYK token. And, later into the future, you can see clearly here where the stake was here, right? The 100K hex. Now, the problem is once the wallets that were, or the keys that were held for this particular account was public, and it was utilized by members of the Bitcoin MYK community. And the reason for this was also as what to further decentralize the product, right? The project. Now, we check back the public keys wallets, and the cryptocurrencies were not staked. We check hex info, and unfortunately, who we believe to be a trusted member of our community, the person who goes by BearBear613, seemingly didn't live up to that trust. Now, it's important to understand that in decentralized finance, many of the projects that are being used now are there are administrative keys held on these projects, which means the people who run these projects can actually go in and they can change things, right? And of course, that doesn't feel very much like decentralization. And we've seen many of the horror stories that have happened with the so-called DeFi projects that we are engaged in. Now, unfortunately, when these type things happen, we're unable to really do anything legal or regulatory at this point. And this is why a lot of money hasn't entered into many of the other cryptocurrency projects because of regulation, and many people who are investing want to bring more regulation to the cryptocurrency markets because of this the very thing we're trying to avoid. It is unfortunate that the Bitcoin MYK community has suffered from this to a great degree. It was necessary for us to create more decentralization, but we can tell you that we're picking up great. We're doing well again. And at this point in time, you know, members that are in the cryptocurrency communities, such as this person, they actually hurt us a great deal and set us back uh, decades, right? Um, so getting back to the gateway security protocol we're using now, we want to make sure bad actors like this aren't able to abuse our project. Um, they will no longer have access to our sites or any of our public keys or wallets or anything of that sort. And that's about all we can do at this point in this process. I can tell you that the BitcoinMYK.com project, Bitcoin MYK, is one of the most decentralized products in cryptocurrency. We distribute more cryptocurrency free than any product I know, and we believe that freemium services is the way to mass adoption. We believe that if you have a set of segregated servers or data centers, we've seen through research and study that China controlled much of the mining that went on in Bitcoin, right? That is not decentralization. The only way you can have true decentralization is that you have a large network that is distributed amongst many people, right? And the best way I can think of, the best way we can decentralize this is by you being your own node, right? And that's what Bitcoin MYK does. Your existence, your ability to occupy space time produces Bitcoin MYK. We used to call it the proof of participation model. We now call it the proof of growth model. It is one of the best models in cryptocurrency I know of that really gets to the root of the problem. Unfortunately, setting up businesses on the blockchain and people holding billions of cryptocurrency to dump on the heads of new investors, creating Ponzi schemes, creating pyramid schemes, is not what's going to create adoption in cryptocurrency. And I do not believe that people are going to purchase these cryptocurrencies and that these projects are going to ever grow to be anything significant. And that is why universal basic income in cryptocurrency is so very important. This is this was a obstacle in our way that we no longer have to deal with. So I want to get you over to the gateway and briefly explain what that's all about and how we're in the future going to deal with security issues. All right, we're here on our gateway system. And this is how you can send our cryptocurrency from blockchain to blockchain. And again, you're able to do this. It's similar to atomic swap by you're exchanging a version of Bitcoin MYK on several chains. Excuse me. And it shows the available chains and what you need to do to be able to access them and send your Bitcoin MYK to those various chains. Now, again, because this is a decentralized cryptocurrency, once it's in your hand, it's decentralized. It's also decentralized in the area of wealth and distribution. The proof of growth model works on you being your own node, right? You're the node, right? You represent the production of Bitcoin MYK. When you become an account, you create the cryptocurrency, right? That way it can't be taken from you. It can't be regulated by a mining data center someplace. It can't be centralized by miners. It can't be centralized by development teams, right? And it can't be centralized by wealth and control. because you're producing the cryptocurrency. This is what universal basic income is all about. And this is why we can never be centralized in any true sense of the idea as long as this exists. But when we have bad actors like the Bear 613 person, right? This is our defense, being able to secure our gateway, right? So although we cannot take back the cryptocurrency or the value that he's stolen from investors, what we can do is limit the damage he can do, right? And that's exactly what we're doing. It is a shame this type of thing happens and that such a good project with such noble intentions to help people to achieve universal basic income and to help advance the human condition is plagued by the greed and filth that has existed in cryptocurrency from the beginning and has set it back a great deal. And unfortunately, there's nothing we can do about that right now. But what we are learning is that the greed projects, the Ponzi schemes, the pyramid schemes, the BitConnects, the now DeFi projects, and what I next believe to be the NFT projects. And I know a lot of people say things like, oh, yeah, but there's good things being done with these projects. And there are good projects. Yes, that's true. But when there are only 1% to 2% good projects being done on the technology that's supposed to make things better, then it's more bad things being done. And we need to do something about that. So we want to help the project understand, help people understand what's been happening there, but also help you understand that we are moving forward greatly. As you can see, our numbers are still growing. We're doing very, very well. And my guess is we're going to continue to do so, and our value is going to continue to go up. But let's talk about Hex Coin in our next segment. As we talked about a little bit as Bitcoin and MYK staked it, but let's talk about good news about it now hitting top 5 cryptocurrency. So guys, what can I say about the Hex Coin project other than it's well over a penny now? We knew it was going to happen, and it's sailing past there at a penny, right? Amazing. Not surprised, but amazing, right? Now, Hex, over $18 million traded in the last 24 hours, a market cap of $4.56 billion. Truly amazing. $1 billion project, $1 billion. That's crazy, right? Now, here's the thing. There's still time. Hex, big payday ends on November 16th, right? And that's what we were just showing with the Bitcoin MYK project that we had staked with the Bitcoin MYK project in Hex, but we were compromised by when people, see money or something to that effect, people seem to go crazy a bit. But we're going to leave the link in the description to the Hex project. There's still time to get in. We're going to leave our personal referral link. Make sure you don't miss the boat because Hex Coin, some people think it can maybe hit $1. And with what Hex has been able to pull off so far, who knows what it can hit. The more Hex are staked, the more valuable it can become. Also, some people feel it's going to dump after the big payday. But I think Richard Hart proved to us that the reason many people are in cryptocurrency are due to the store value idea. And what's happening in the store value idea? It is speculation, and it is the more you hold the coin, the more higher it goes up in value, right? So Hex basically has perfected the idea of the certificate of deposit on the chain, or much of what we're doing, time locking with Bitcoin and many other products. Is just that Hex is specialized and designed to do it a great deal better. So this is a project that's not going away. I think it's going to do very well for a good time. And if there is some price declines a bit, we don't know exactly how far it's going to go before that happens as well. So there's something to keep in mind. Hex are doing a fantastic job. I'm glad to see it. Very deserving in the top 5 spot. And so make sure that you don't miss this part of cryptocurrency history with a cryptocurrency that we've been preaching about for a long time. If I've made you a lot of money, make sure to make a donation to our link, not for me, but for our Universal Basic Income project. We were basically our system was compromised. People who hold our public keys basically have basically removed the funds. The funds are not available to us. And because of that, a lot of Bitcoin MYK investors who would have benefited greatly don't get the benefit now. And again, that's quite the shame, but this is something that happens in cryptocurrency. But we foresee a day when many of these security issues that we face now, regulatory issues, will come to a halt. And we believe those days are coming sooner than many of us think. But anyway, guys, if you like content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe. Don't forget to join and support the BitcoinMYK.com project. As well as a very noble project. It is a project that understands that universal basic income is going to lead to mass adoption for the cryptocurrency space. It's going to rewrite the negative image that we have in cryptocurrency of greed, scams, Ponzi schemes, pyramids. It's going to do all those things in a very practical sense, in a freemium service sense, just like it does with the with many of the social networks we've used today, with our information, our data, our contributions online being the oil of the 21st century, being the value, you being the node, and you yourself creating a cryptocurrency. That's all I want to say in this video. If you like content like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and until next time, as always, take care.